Have you ever noticed that the older we get, the more we start hearing about the things that can go wrong with our health? It's almost like people expect things to start falling apart once we hit a certain age. And while it's true that certain health risks increase as we age, I want to share something with you that could really change how you think about growing older. You see, after 75, 99% of deaths are linked to just 5 major reasons. That's it. 5 key factors that play a huge role in why so many people don't make it to 80, 90, or beyond. But here's the good news. These aren't inevitable, and they don't have to be your story. In fact, with just a few simple lifestyle changes, you can dramatically reduce your risk and keep living your best life well into your 80s, 90s, or even beyond. In this video, we're going to dive into these 5 major causes of death after 75, and most importantly, I'll show you exactly what you can do to avoid them. It's all about small, manageable changes that can add up to big health benefits. So, let's get started, shall we? The first big factor contributing to death after 75 is heart disease. If you've ever wondered why heart health is always talked about, it's because it truly is the #1 killer for seniors. The heart is a powerful organ, but as we age, it can start to lose some of its efficiency. Arteries can stiffen, blood pressure can rise, and the heart itself can weaken. All of this puts a strain on the body and makes us more vulnerable to things like heart attacks or strokes. But here's the thing. You don't have to just accept it as part of the aging process. There are some incredibly effective ways to protect your heart, even after 75. First off, keeping an eye on your blood pressure is crucial. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer because it doesn't always show symptoms but can lead to heart failure, strokes, and kidney disease. If you've never had your blood pressure checked regularly, now's the time to start. Fortunately, it's easy to monitor at home with a blood pressure cuff, and your doctor can help you understand what the numbers mean. If your blood pressure is high, there are plenty of ways to bring it down, from dietary changes to medication if necessary. But most importantly, regular physical activity can lower blood pressure and improve heart health in the long run. You might be thinking, I'm not the workout type. And that's perfectly fine. You don't have to run marathons to keep your heart healthy. Something as simple as walking, swimming, or even gardening can make a huge difference. Regular movement helps strengthen your heart, improve circulation, and reduces stress, all of which are key to keeping your heart in top shape. Another great heart-healthy tip is to focus on your diet. You've probably heard the saying, you are what you eat, and when it comes to heart health, it couldn't be more true. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats like those found in olive oil or avocados can do wonders for your heart. And don't forget about omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats, found in foods like salmon or walnuts, help lower bad cholesterol and prevent heart disease. So, the next time you're making dinner, try to include more of these heart-boosting foods. It's about small changes that can make a big impact over time. The second big health risk that increases with age is diabetes. As we age, our body becomes less efficient at processing sugar, and this can lead to type 2 diabetes. Diabetes is a serious condition that, if left unmanaged, can lead to complications like heart disease, kidney failure, and nerve damage. But just like heart disease, there's a lot you can do to reduce your risk and even manage or reverse type 2 diabetes. The key here is maintaining a healthy weight. Obesity is a major contributor to diabetes, and the good news is that losing even a small amount of weight can significantly lower your risk. This doesn't mean you need to go on a crash diet or exercise for hours a day. Even simple changes, like cutting back on sugary snacks and drinking more water, can lead to weight loss. Focus on eating nutrient-dense foods that are full of vitamins and minerals but low in calories. Think leafy greens, lean proteins, and foods high in fiber like beans and whole grains. Exercise plays a huge role here too. Regular physical activity helps regulate blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity, making it easier for your body to process sugar. And again, You don't need to be running a marathon to see the benefits. Just 30 minutes of moderate activity most days of the week, like walking or yoga, can have a big impact on your overall health and help keep diabetes at bay. Now, I know all this might sound like a lot to manage, but don't worry. It's not about being perfect, it's about making small, sustainable changes. Start with one thing, whether it's walking a bit more or swapping out one sugary snack for a healthier option, and over time, you'll start to see real improvements. Alright, we've covered heart disease and diabetes so far, two major health risks after 75. But there's more to it. In the next part of this video, we're going to talk about the other big reasons that contribute to health problems as we age, and how you can tackle them head-on to ensure you stay as healthy as possible. Stay with me, because I'm about to share even more ways you can keep yourself vibrant and thriving for years to come. Now that we've covered heart disease and diabetes, let's move on to the third big reason for health decline after 75, respiratory diseases. You've probably heard of conditions like COPD, emphysema, or pneumonia. These are respiratory illnesses that can become more common as we age. Our lungs, just like the rest of our body, start to lose some of their efficiency as we get older. This can make breathing more difficult, and it can increase the risk of lung infections, especially if you're exposed to things like cigarette smoke or environmental pollutants. But here's something powerful. Taking care of your lungs doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't require a big overhaul of your lifestyle. The best thing you can do is avoid smoking and stay away from secondhand smoke. If you're a smoker, quitting is by far the best thing you can do for your lungs and your heart at any age. Even if you've been smoking for years, quitting can still have benefits for your respiratory health. It may be tough, but there's plenty of support out there to help you kick the habit, from counseling to nicotine replacement therapies. Aside from that, it's also essential to stay active. You might not think that walking around the house or doing light exercises would impact your lungs, but it absolutely does. Regular movement helps improve lung capacity and circulation, which in turn makes breathing easier and strengthens the muscles used in breathing. If you enjoy the outdoors, try to spend some time outside in nature. Fresh air and a little sunshine can work wonders for your mental and physical well-being. Another important aspect of lung health is getting your flu and pneumonia vaccines. As we age, our immune systems can become a little less responsive, so these vaccines are extra important to help protect you from serious infections that could affect your lungs. It's an easy step to take, and it can save you a lot of trouble down the road. Alright, so now we've talked about your heart, your blood sugar, and your lungs. But there's one more big area to address, and that's the importance of mental health as we age. Many people don't realize just how closely connected our mental health is to our physical health, but the truth is, if you're struggling mentally, it can have a profound impact on your body. Mental health issues like depression and anxiety are unfortunately common among seniors. In fact, research shows that older adults are at greater risk for depression due to factors like isolation, grief, or chronic health problems. And when we're feeling down mentally, it can make it harder to take care of ourselves physically. We may lose motivation to exercise, eat well, or even go to our doctor's appointments. But here's the good news. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health, and there are some simple ways to protect your mind as you get older. One of the most effective ways to improve mental health is through social connections. Isolation is a major contributor to mental health issues in older adults, so try to stay connected with friends, family, or even new people in your community. Whether it's a weekly coffee date, a phone call, or a group activity, regular social interactions can have a huge positive impact on how you feel. If you're feeling down, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Talking to a mental health professional or even joining a support group can make a big difference. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. You don't have to face these challenges alone. Another important tip for mental health is staying mentally active. It's easy to slip into routines where we stop challenging ourselves mentally, but engaging in activities that require focus and thinking can really help keep your brain sharp. This could be reading, doing puzzles, learning a new hobby, or even taking an online course. Staying mentally stimulated can help ward off conditions like dementia or Alzheimer's disease and can also give you a real sense of accomplishment. Now that we've talked about respiratory health and mental health, it's time to move on to the next big risk factor: falls and accidents. As we get older, our bones and muscles become more vulnerable, which means the risk of falling increases. A fall might seem like a small thing, but it can have serious consequences, from broken bones to long-term mobility issues. Fortunately, there's a lot you can do to reduce your risk of falling. First and foremost, keep your home environment safe. This means getting rid of tripping hazards like loose rugs or clutter, installing grab bars in the bathroom, and making sure your lighting is bright enough to see at night. But beyond that, exercise is your best friend when it comes to fall prevention. Strengthening exercises, especially those that target your legs and core, can help keep you steady on your feet. Balance exercises are also incredibly important. You might be surprised to know that even simple activities like standing on one leg or doing Tai Chi can improve your balance and reduce your risk of falling. Yoga is another excellent way to improve flexibility, strength, and balance, which are all key components of fall prevention. By staying active and being mindful of your surroundings, you can significantly lower the chances of an accident that could set you back physically. Now that we've covered heart health, diabetes, respiratory issues, mental health, and fall prevention, we've tackled most of the big risks that seniors face as they age. But there's one final piece to this puzzle, and that's how to keep your body strong and resilient as you get older. In the next part of the video, I'll share the final key factor in staying healthy after 75 and how you can make sure you're doing everything possible to protect your long-term well-being. Stay tuned. We've already discussed a lot of important topics: heart disease, diabetes, respiratory issues, mental health, and fall prevention. These are all critical factors that can determine how well we age, and taking action on them can make a massive difference in your quality of life as you grow older. But there's one more factor we haven't touched on yet, and it's just as important: maintaining muscle strength and overall physical resilience. As we age, our muscles naturally start to weaken. This process, known as sarcopenia, can begin as early as your 30s, but it becomes more pronounced after 75. Muscle loss can make it harder to perform everyday tasks, like carrying groceries, getting up from a chair, or even standing for long periods. The more we lose muscle mass, the more we become at risk for falls, fractures, and overall frailty. It's also a contributor to the loss of balance and flexibility we often experience as we get older. But the good news is that muscle loss is not inevitable. In fact, you have the power to slow it down, or even reverse it, with some simple exercises. You don't need to go to a gym or lift heavy weights to strengthen your muscles. Body weight exercises, like squats, lunges, and push-ups, can be incredibly effective for building strength. Even activities like walking or swimming engage your muscles and help keep them strong. If you've never really done strength training before, start slowly. You can begin with a few minutes of light exercises each day, gradually increasing the intensity as you feel stronger. If you're not sure where to start, consider working with a physical therapist or trainer who specializes in senior fitness. They can help create a safe and effective workout plan tailored to your abilities. Don't forget about stretching, either. Flexibility is just as important as strength when it comes to staying physically resilient. Stretching helps keep your muscles and joints limber, reduces stiffness, and can improve your range of motion. Gentle yoga or stretching routines are perfect for keeping your body flexible and in good working order. It's about finding a balance between strength, flexibility, and endurance to make sure you're able to do all the things you love. As we wrap things up, I want to leave you with one final thought. While these 5 health risks are real, they aren't inevitable. With the right habits, the right mindset, and a bit of effort, you can take control of your health and continue to live an active, fulfilling life long into your 80s, 90s, and beyond. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making those small changes, like taking a short walk every day, eating a bit healthier, staying connected with loved ones, and doing what you can to protect your body and mind. If you've learned something new today, I encourage you to take action. Whether it's scheduling a checkup with your doctor, adding a few minutes of exercise to your day, or talking to a loved one about how you're feeling. Every step you take brings you closer to better health and a more vibrant life. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What habits or tips have helped you stay healthy and happy as you've gotten older? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video helpful. If you want to keep learning more about how to live your healthiest, happiest life as you age, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Here's to living your best life, no matter your age. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.